the game is very. I would say it's kind of like EverQuest, but it's all in like a little thing. You go like that. Anyway, I was listening to like this this short that I saw, and they always keep on attacking conservative people. And like I always say, it's like people that attack you know that they're wrong, and they know that they're losing, and they know that they are, the haters of everyone. Jesus already established when people are going to hate you because they hated me first. So when people sit there and they mock God, I mean, like I said, people do it all the damn time. They do it so much that it becomes really numbing because, I mean, a lot of times they do because they don't understand. It's like, well, the world's like this, and I said, well, the world's like this and that, but the problem is you don't get it because you're stupid. As humans, we're fucking dumb. We're born with very low knowledge. We're not born with like the knowledge of the old. Now, some people can gather a lot of wisdom when they're young because they listen to older people and that they discover certain things early on. But some people, they just don't. They just can't. They stay really fucking stupid the whole entire life. And that's what comes down to, it does come down to how you're raised. It also comes down to who you are in general. Like, if you're raised in a crackhead family net where everybody's got an IQ of fucking 60 or 70, they're all really fucking stupid. And they resort to drugs and yelling and screaming, getting mad and beating up things because they can't comprehend the various of things that most people should be able to. Yeah. Then you're born with Satan involvement. And more. When people want to say, it's like, oh, how can people become more intelligent? And first off, what is knowledge? Is it anything that you learn, or is it only the truth that you learn? I said pure wisdom is just pure truth. So I was listening to Short Man, and I listened to another one. They had this one dude that he had a funky Elvis kind of haircut. I don't know, he looked like a clean dude now, but the way he was talking, that was very immature, so to speak. Let's say kind of dumb. And he was saying the First Amendment's dead because protesters can't protest and do violent acts to try and push the thing. I say, you know what? Not even that long ago, when conservative people peacefully protest against Biden's administration to say that they stole the fucking election, Biden issued it to sabotage them with the DOJ, which we have proof of it now, to sabotage them. To do something. It's like, don't you guys even understand? You guys are always wanting to sit there and say, my way's better than your way, but you have no proof of your way. You communist people out there don't understand. Your way never works. Communist never works. It never works. It never fucking works. Just get over it, okay? Communist never works. It's not supposed to work. Capitalism is capitalizing on your gains. If you're smart with your money, you always have money. The reason why communists never follow that tradition, and actually they kind of do, because the hierarchy of commie people, they follow that tradition 100%. They'll steal everybody's fucking money through marketing and all that stuff. And the ones that buy their stuff, and that are the fucking ones that are always broke. Like say, for instance, we can talk about Kansas O and all the new commies that are coming up right now. They make books. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, all these other people that are now full communist people now, they all wrote books. Books about what? Who the fuck reads books nowadays? I don't put up a fucking book and fucking read it. Oh, you can go online and have some read too. I don't want to read a book about a fucking retard. I don't want to read a book about a stupid, low IQ person that says a bunch of story. Fuck, I might as well read Harry Potter. Something that's actually a story. It's fictional. But they want to think that's non-fiction. No, your stuff that's saying is fictional. You have no proof of any of this shit you say. You just say stuff. And every single time when people sit there, just like Jesus said, people will go against the Jews. And in the ending days, you're going to have people who go against the Jews, go against the Christian people, which are more conservative. You have people fight against them. And that's who these lefties are. They're satanic people. They're communists. Communists mean basically satanic. They don't want to be godly. They don't want to be heavenly. They don't want to be close to God. And they'll utter the words that they're with Christians, but they're completely opposite. Hannah Zone is a full-fledged hypocrite, saying I'm Catholic, and they know you're not. You're nothing of that sort. The only reason why you're like that is because of your husband. Your husband is a lord, and he has to be part of that thing because that's how England is. England people have to be part of a religious thing. Most of them are Catholics because of the Roman Church now. But guess what it is? None of that even matters. Because you're not a full-fledged Christian until you denounce yourself and surrender yourself to Jesus Christ. You are not a full Christian when you keep on saying, I am, but I'm not. You're taking the road that is easy because people that are easy and fucking retarded follow stupid fucking people because it's easy. It's not hard to sit there and make up shit. Does it take time? Of course it takes time. It's hard to tell the truth because so many people hate the truth. And the more and more I learn how Jesus actually is, why he established what he established when he was walking on this earth in the flesh, he was telling everybody and anybody that had faith in him, saying, this is how it is. And the more and more you get into it, the more and more I psychologically look at these people on the left. They're always fucking angry at something. I said, you're angry at absolutely nothing but yourself because you can't understand why you're losing. And you could, and immediately, I'll say you're losing because Jesus Christ has already won. You're not going to win this battle. It doesn't matter how hard you try. God wins, period. Satan's not going to win this. He's going to lose. He's already lost. It's already a losing battle. And all you lefties, far lefties, all you LGBT, fucking whatever the fuck that you want to be, God bless your soul. Have mercy upon them. Because when the time comes, you're going to see the truth, and then it's going to be too late. Stop worrying about trying to push agendas in this world when this world will not last. It will not last. It can't last because it will not. God has already established this world will disappear as in heaven, and a new heaven and earth will appear as in one. This world's not going to last. And for all the ones that sit there and didn't believe in Jesus Christ, didn't put faith into him, and didn't fight out with all the temptations and that, you guys will go to hell, okay? What you think is right now is grace. You're getting away with stupid shit because of grace, because God's waiting for you to turn to him and say, I surrender to you. It doesn't mean your life is going to be, that you can't do stuff. It's not about that. But you will turn away from sin as much as you can because it is the truth. You will turn away from sin and be happy, be joyful, instead of being prideful and ugly. Every time I meet a prideful person, they always resort to very argumentative ways, or they're always stressed the fuck out. They're arguing too much. First off, they argue all the damn time. They stress all the damn time. They're mad half the fucking damn time. And then every once in a while, their grace will come in and they'll feel happy for a little bit. Then they'll go right back to being angry. They said, why do you do that to yourself? They said, well, the world's unfair. The world says, yeah, because you want to be part of the fucking world. The world's corrupted. You're living in a corrupted world. You shouldn't want to think about what the world's doing. You think about what heaven's doing. You think about what Jesus is doing. Why the hell do you give a fuck about this world? This world is full of fucking massively ignorant, stupid fucking people that lie to you right to your face. And they've been doing it for so many years that you believe that they're telling the truth. They're fucking lying to you. They've been lying to you since forever. That's what Satan does. Satan keeps on lying to you. He keeps saying, hey, argue about this shit. Keep your mind off of God, and then when the day comes, I'll take you with me. And luckily, I'm very happy that I hope I'm part of God's family, because I feel that I am. I mean, I truly don't know. I have a high percent chance that I am, because I feel more humble than that. I want to have mercy upon me. But I want to bring people in. This is not a fucking joke, and this ain't some type of religious thing. This is not a religious. People say, what's religious? No, this ain't religious. This is factual truth. You don't change your life for nothing. You change your life for something. And when you see something that's true, like Jesus, you change your life because you know it's true. When you call upon Him, He comes to you with angels all the time. Demons vacate. Stress vacates. Temptation vacates. Of course, not all things vacate. Some things take time to vacate. Some sins are a lot harder to get rid of than others. But when we live life as a young person that is reckless and stupid, we haven't tempted a lot. Sin is not really, it bothers us a little bit, but as you get older, sin becomes a part of your life. I see people my age, they're always on drugs. All of them are on fucking drugs. And they're either drinking or fucking smoking. They're smoking vapes, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking. And I'm like, what are you doing with your life? You don't need any of that. You want it. What you need is God. You need Christ. You don't need all that shit. You could survive off of pure enjoyment of being around people, talking with people, communicating with people, relating to people, playing video games and having a good time with people that. Don't resort to anger. Don't resort to pride. Don't resort to lust. Pull yourself away from looking at all those girls and that. Is it hard? Of course it is. That doesn't mean you fight against it. I can work with two guys that are massive fucking perverts. They're such perverts, they announce it all the time how big of perverts that they are. They talk about it. Well, the guys talked about it. So I had a discussion with one of the ladies at work and that, and she kind of brought it up. And she's like, out of nowhere. She's like, oh yeah, he did something to me today. And they're like, okay, why don't you do something about it? She's like, what do you mean? I said, why don't you do something about it? I said, why I asked her a question, I basically asked her, if I grabbed your butt, you would write me up, wouldn't you? She said, yeah. I'm like, okay. I said, why don't you do that to him? And she gave me that kind of look, and I was like, well, if he does this ridiculous shit, why the fuck does he have a job here? Immediately, I'm probably thinking, oh, it's because he's black. I said, why are you judging someone because they're black? You're judging for the action. And she's kind of like leftist kind of mentality in that, because she kind of acts like a feminist. She always kind of hates on guys and that. Always talks about bad men or not. Whatever fuck stupid shit they want to say. I said, exactly the point. You're not aiming for the truth. You're trying to disguise the truth as victimization, because if you do something, you think people are going to hate you. It's like, I don't give a shit. That color of that person's skin doesn't identify them as being fucking smart or stupid. They choose to be smart and stupid. Or smart or stupid. You choose that line of decision. God gave us free will. First off, we choose everything in our lives. The only thing we don't choose is our family. We don't choose our family, but we choose everything after that. So if you move out, live on your own, make your own decisions, you have a choice to be either rather intelligent and stay away from all the bullshit, or be like me, more less likely. I mean, I don't live on my own, but I basically live in my own little space. I keep to myself. I don't want to go out there and drink at bars and be fucking stupid. I even try to go to bars and it's just a bunch of depressed, unjoyful people. You know what I do? I pray. I go to one of the steakhouses that we have. It's actually a really nice steakhouse, and I do a really good job. I pray. And you can tell who has demons or not, because they always look. They always look. They don't say that they don't look. They always look. The problem is, when people have the Holy Spirit, demons always look at that person because they know they can't touch them. They can try to tempt them, but it goes away. And why am I saying this? Because it's the fucking truth. The more and more you live life, you should understand certain things about life. And when I see people that are older than me or the same age as me or even slightly a little bit younger than me, some like mid-30s, I see them like they're like stupid kids. You got all this disposable internet, all this intelligence, and you can't sit there and understand certain things like financial. You're walking around life broke as fuck and thinking that putting dick in a bunch of stuff that is okay. And then you're broke. And then you complain about like a fucking 5-year-old. And then when shit hits the fucking fans, you get in trouble. I said, no one thing always happens. Everyone wants to live life easier, not harder. I said, give me the hardest thing you can let me do. So I lift weights. Lift weights is hard. I did my bench today. I did fucking fantastic benches. I didn't hit my max. No, because I was trying to build, doing some muscle building benches. I don't do the standard bench, barbell bench. I do the separation bench because it's easier for me to do by myself so I don't fucking kill myself. And the way it's set up and that it's easier for my forearms because my forearms have a bad thing. Well, why am I saying this? Because it's just telling you the truth. I did 135 10 times, pretty easy. I put on 185, did that 10 times. That was really easy. I put on 225, did that 10 times. It got a little hard at the last 3 reps, and that I started struggling. Especially at 10, I struggled quite a bit. I put on 245. I did 7 of them, which was nice. I was already on my 5th set. I put on 265, I believe. And I think I did 2 to 3. I put 175 or 275. I could barely do 1. That was my 7th set. The first 3 sets were fucking super fast because it was light. 225 is not massively fucking heavy, honestly. It's heavy, but it's not anything that's ridiculous because of my mass. Because I'm bigger than mine. And I'll tell you what, the best workout I've ever had. Chest is hurting, shoulders are fucking hurting. And I pumped out my triceps and I smashed my fucking arms. I did tricep extensions, which I couldn't do no more, and I did a bicep curl machine because I love the way it fits. The thing is, bicep curl machine, I don't sit on the seat. What I do is I go in squat position and I lean back so I can really get that fucking muscle going. It works out so good. And it kind of gives me my legs a little workout too, so I can at least get something done with my legs. But see, that's that thing that most people don't do nowadays. They cheated. Everyone wants to be on steroids now. I say, you're not going to get so big on steroids. Unless if you actually work out. What I'm trying to say is people always want to take the easy way out of life. And I do take my peptides in that. I do. 36 years old, I have a gut issue. Trying to get rid of my fucking my skin disorder. It's slowly going away. That's the main reason why I take peptides. Because it helps clean up my gut and helps me regenerate the skin I used to have when I was fucking young. And I can't wait to get rid of it. It's slowly drifting away. It's just taking time because everything takes time. So I praise the Lord that it's helping. All things were created by Him. All things came through Him. So everything that we do was for Him. You take steroids, praise the Lord. Praise Lord God Almighty. Steroids were existing because Jesus said it shall be. Everything that humans do, it shall be. He was, there's a new discovery. There's no new discovery. You just found it. All the things that we do in life has already been there. It's just humans just found it. They studied it and researched it. Instead of giving the glory to God, they give the glory to themselves. You just found it. Praise the Lord for every single damn thing that happened in our lives. All the inventions, all the cartoons, all the anime, all the things that creativity didn't come from humans alone. It came from God. And this is where the foundation of pride starts to set in when people start thinking it came from them. People think a lot of things in life. They truly do. Okay, so the people I work with and that. The closer I get to God, it's sometimes it's extremely, extremely difficult. To try to it's just extremely difficult to try to be like normal people. It's actually extremely fucking difficult. Because it's just such a heavy struggle. What I mean by that, it's like losing all your friends, losing everything that you ever loved in life, and you surrender all that to Christ, and then your love becomes something new. Like, my life gets pretty boring. The only thing that really satisfies me, honestly, is like playing some video games I like, and exercising, and maybe going to work and just talking and being goofy. I have to perform something to prolong my life, so I can be able to die when I need to die. A lot of people want to be all popular, all stuff and that, and that's why I go about the people at my job and that. It's not talking to them because I dislike these people. No, I just don't understand anymore because I'm not like the people that I work with. When I see someone struggling, I go to wisdom. When I see someone have addictions, I go to wisdom. When I see anybody having any type of issues, I go to wisdom. And wisdom is God. And they want to do everything on their own, and they can never do it. Because I remember one of the guys I talked to, he was a tall ass dude. He's like 6'5", he's like 400 pounds almost. Fucking big old fat dude. And I asked him about it, and he gave me some intellectual shit, and that was just a bunch of, garbage bullshit. And he goes, oh yeah, I read a lot of books about all the different religions. Like, Christianity is probably the most peaceful religion of all the other religions. I said it's because of the truth. The reason why it drove you to is you actually found something. You're straight about something. I didn't say that, but then he said something that most atheists and satanic people tend to say, and what the first thing that the serpent said to Adam, basically saying that, God lied to you. He's scared that you are going to be like him. And why did he say that? Listen to this. Oh, wow. Praise the Lord for this and that. The serpent, Lucifer, the cherubim, the most beautiful, powerful, actual angel to ever exist. God made him like that. He was perfect in every which way possible. And power. He was next to the throne. He was like the guardian of the throne. And he saw his reflection. He saw how beautiful he was. And that's what sustained him into being prideful. And before humans were ever created, before light even exists, there's already a battle in heaven because of that pride. That pride pushed him in. And it pushed him in because Jesus saw him fell like lightning because he was there when it happened. And so every time we go through the certain things about Lucifer, we learn the very importance of Lucifer itself. Lucifer says the same thing that he rebelled with. He wants to be more than God. He tells humans the same thing. He says, God's hiding your true power because you could be more than him. It's the same lie, the same thing that he was rebellious against. So when I hear people say, we don't need God because you have to be smart on your own, and basically this is what this guy said. He said, it's like, I believe people are weak when they use God for everything, when they can't do it on their own. That's literally what Lucifer says to all humans. And when I look at him in that, and I looked at how decayed he was fucking massively overweight, he was addicted to weed and drinking and anime and all that stuff, and then I said, and I was thinking to myself in that, I'm like, for real? I'm like, I mean, I guess, but like, it works because I'm doing it. People, yeah, but, and it's like, You say you don't need God, but look at your life now. Your life is a total fucking mess. You have no idea what you're doing. You're completely lost. And that's the reason why Jesus waits for you to get that lost so he can find you. Woo, these ridiculous. I said there's a reason why people get lost. I was lost for so many years. I can sneeze. That's why I talk a lot. I was lost for many years, like a decade or so. And I found myself in the last 2 years. My life is changing dramatically. I'm healthier. I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to be more humble. I want to help people to have a better life than that. I bring up Jesus at my job sometimes, and I'll say it out of nowhere because I have no shame anymore. I said, but Jesus said it like this, and you want to believe this. I said, that's your problem. Humans want to interact with Satan all the time. When you bring up Satan, people normally get quiet. When you bring up Jesus, they always rebel. I say, yeah, because you're afraid of a fucking serpent that has nothing. It has absolutely nothing. The serpent itself doesn't mean anything. You take the serpent out of it, you know he exists. When you pull Lucifer out of it, and you bring in God, Lucifer knows you can't tempt God. He'll try to tempt you. The thing of it is, you can resist temptation, and he has to flee. Why? Because God established it. God said it. He told him. He told Satan. He gave him directives. You can only do this, 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 and this. Do not overstep these, or enormous pain will go upon you. And so he refuses. He doesn't step over his limit. So if Satan's so scary that he can't step over his limit because God said no, that just means that he has no power only if God gives it to him. When you think about it like that, why does it matter? But he doesn't matter. God said no. Satan bows. Every single time he bows. He hates doing it. He'll growl and do all the stuff and that, but he knows. Because God is that powerful that the most powerfulest angel, Lucifer, has to bow. Because he was created. And this is why it's so beautiful to know how God actually works and how he establishes his kingdom. He establishes his kingdom with love. It doesn't matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter how weak you are. It's love that implicates everything. So when people go down the road, I have people really talk about hateful things. I ask them, why do you talk about people dying and that? Like, oh, I wish this person would die. That. Why would you say those things? And one of the things that someone said, and of course, is that crazy lady I work with. I guess she's like, oh, I don't even know how to say it. Like, they're stupid, basically. They have very low wisdom. And she said, I hope the person burns in hell. And it struck me as like the most scariest thing ever is hell. I said, why would you want to wish that upon someone? Do you actually know what hell actually is? And he kind of pauses because I was being sincere. I said, when Jesus explained hell, and since you don't read the Bible because you're a fucking idiot, no offense to you, you know, that's what being dumb is. You don't realize the truth. You follow your own path, which is what Satan wants you to do, what God doesn't want you to do. Once you follow the will of God, you be afraid of hell. Oh, Team Jesus. You don't understand how fucking terrible hell is. And when you explain hell to people, they tend to fucking freak out. So throughout the Bible, they talk about hell enormously a lot more than they talk about heaven. Why? Because that fear of God will make you feel like, yeah, that's the eternal thing that Lucifer's supposed to be for, is rebellious. So when humans rebel against God, you have a time limit to join in and say, I repent, I submit to you. You know, basically, you could say you're sorry, but you change your life. This is where the pride steps in. So one of the things I dealt with in my personal life, to explain how these turning events happen. So one of the things happened in my life, that one of my parents died. And I'm gonna say my dad died. He had some issues and stuff like that. We went to a Christian counselor, and immediately the demons started to revolt against him. And he kept saying, I don't want to do that again. He's like, you're biased. I said, you don't want to do that because the demon's telling you not to do it. I said, you're possessed. You have a sense of possession against you. Hence the reason why you're not fully possessed. There are different levels of possession. And a lot of it's just because you don't want to know the truth about God. You refuse it so much that temptation takes over you, and then you start relying on temptation as your feelings. Oh my God, it's starting to make sense now. People say, I feel this. It's just temptation that you just accept. It's not the actual truth. When you get mad at someone because of my feelings and that, it says, yeah, it's temptation. You accept the demon inside of you. Instead of fighting against that anger and praying for Jesus to salvate that anger, which is pulling the demon out of you and pushing it away from you, you're choosing to be like that. And let me explain this in really good detail, Matt, because I've been researching psychology for 20 years now, and I definitely know from the experiences that I personally have in my life, from a lot of different things, and I record them because God gave me great wisdom, evidently, because I record a lot of stuff behind that, and I compare it to how Jesus is actually talking, and it makes perfect sense. You go down the 7 deadly sins, you start to see that there's a connection. Pride, envy, gluttony, lust, adultery, and of course, basically run along with the 10 Commandments to a certain extent. And Jesus talks about it in Proverbs, talking about, proud people, proud thinking, this and that. Now, to establish the difference between all the things that, the most devastating thing is lying. Lying is the most devastating thing that leads to a lot of corruption in people's lives, is always lying. To not pursue the truth. So, for instance, I grew up in a way that's like back and forth in between anger and that. It wasn't always like this. I think anger became something because of pride that, that someone had in my family, and it protruded him to push something that wasn't actually in existence. It kept on pushing certain narratives that were actually false. And this is where the lying comes in, because you make up your own reality. And God puts you in there. People say, why would God do that? Because it's your choice. People don't understand. People say, why does God do all this stuff? Because you do it to yourself. You have to understand you're accountable for all the actions that are taking place. And it's not to say that you're going to make mistakes, because everybody makes mistakes. That's the point. You learning. It's all about what you do with the stuff that you learn and push it forward. So if I learn to say, I want to push anger out of me, I pray for releasing of anger. I don't want to be angry. It doesn't mean I can't be frustrated. It doesn't mean anger doesn't come to me. I understand what anger actually is. The temptation of envy is to separate you from God and from everybody else around you, because it puts imagination of bullshit in your head, and then you start to think pridefully about yourself. Well, everybody's hating on me because of this and that, this and that. You start to put yourself above everybody else. Just for instance, sometimes I say, yeah, I know I'm an attractive looking person. I have proof that women are attracted to me for how they talk to me. That's personal proof. Can I say that's pride? No, because it's true. It's a truthful act that's been put upon me that I've noticed. Just like saying lifting weights. I know I bench pressed, 315 pounds. I saw myself do it. I felt the weight on me, and I felt the weight on me from the other day when I was doing over 200 pounds of that with considerable good reps, which I'm really happy that I did. It made me feel quite good, because I normally don't push myself that hard because I'm scared I'm going to hurt myself. But guess what? I did it. I'm happy for that. That's one of my desires, and if it makes me happy, I'm going to follow it, because it's a good hobby. It doesn't sin that much, and it pushes away all the bullshit that happens in your life, because you have a place to go to. And Working out alone is a good place to pray too. Because I'm in the gym alone, there's a bunch of music, everything playing, and I pray very softly to myself, basically to God, and I go lift. And you can pray everywhere you go. But the biggest time, and it said this in the New Testament, probably in Isaiah or one of the prophets, the best time to pray is when you're at your fucking weakest and you're at your most destructiveness in your mind. So it's something that you cannot handle without doing something that is which resorts to anger. So let me explain this. This shit happens all the time at work. Because a lot of people I work with, I know don't believe in God. If they do believe in God, they don't understand God. Their relationship with God is very low. And so, I work with people that have like different opinions about certain things, of course. So one of the guys, I had a little, one of the guys got mad at me because he's prideful. He's the gay guy I work with now, he's young. And he assumed, which is lying basically, about what I said, and he thought I was talking about him. And he assumed that I was talking about him. And the other guy, which is a very emotional guy too, he immediately gives into his feelings. Instead of asking a question, he just assumed, which is no lying, that I was talking shit about him, which I wasn't at all. I was listening to a bunch of employees, and then the employees were the ones that were saying the shit, and I was just listening to them. But he assumed. And so one of the guys called me Two-Face. Called him an asshole because I was joking. He didn't really say nothing. He called me Two-Face again like a fucking 5-year-old. And then when I started noticing, the atmosphere changed to a very negative atmosphere. This is how you know demons are around you, because the atmosphere changes very negative. I felt the atmosphere change. I held on to the anxiety for a little bit because I knew what was happening. I explained it before my other student. I knew what was happening now, and I struggled with it. It made me fucking hungry as fuck because I was losing energy. It was like Satan was trying to tap my energy away from me. He was pulling my energy out of me. I'm not even joking. That's what he does. He'll try to exhort you and take your spirit away. Like, I know you want to get angry. Go punch that motherfucker in the face because you're stronger than him. You could probably knock him out, and that's basically what he was trying to do with me. So I prayed. Please help me. I need you. It's a dire moment for me. The atmosphere is very negative. People are just lying blatantly about me. And finally, the atmosphere started to clear. It took a little bit because the atmosphere is fucking pretty dark. And I try to explain to people at my work. Because you guys can say what you want to say, how strong you are, blah, 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 blah. But just give you the heads up on that. If you're not lifting weights, and you're not performing physical acts to get stronger, you're not really that strong as a person just because you did some shit in fucking high school. I said that's actively making you, thinking that you know something. This is what the problem is, especially with a lot of dudes. Like the guy I work with, he's a cool dude. He's kind of like me in a certain sense. Very dorky in that, obviously. He does a little different stuff than I do in that, but we're very dorky in that. And he always goes out of that atmosphere of doing that stuff. And then I talked to, after the guy left, and the atmosphere started clearing out that. Because praise the Lord for Jesus for helping me. I'm happy the angel was there. I'm happy that you protected me from all the envy and all the ignorance that was in that place. It was so fucking bad. Like, you cut it through with a butter knife. It was so fucking dark. And like, the anxiety got hold of me, so I stayed really fucking quiet. I let God do his work. And then finally it cleared up that, and then I opened my mouth. And I started talking about the truth. After the guy left of that, I told, the guy I work with, he's my second assistant manager. He's actually a really cool guy in that, but he's very emotional. He doesn't have control of his emotion really that much. So I told him about what happened in that, and finally he started realizing that he was wrong. And then I was just sitting there like, okay, well, I'm happy that you realized that you were wrong to a certain extent. And so I sat with him and that, we had a good conversation. That I said, bro, I didn't say nothing much. I was just listening to them talk. That's all it was. And I was saying the same thing. And I keep telling people, you guys gotta understand, I'm almost 40 years old. I'm basically a manager at this place. Because out of all the people that work here now, you guys are fucking too damn emotional. And it's kind of very irritating. So the reason why I'm not bumping up to a shift lead just now, because you guys are not going to handle the criticism that needs to be put upon you because how you act. You're going to get upset. That's fine. I said everything's a learning curve. You're going to have to be stressful to learn. I suggest you try to learn these things so you can get better in life. And this is what's coming down to. I'm slowly getting closer to becoming a lead. I'm thinking about taking over overnight altogether. All the overnights as much as I can. So once I learn how to count and learn how to close, the biggest thing is I do truck. That's what I tell them that. So there's things that are going to have to happen. If I'm your truck guy, normally like Thursdays and Mondays, I think it's going to be the same closing thing. I'll just be a shift lead. So other people are going to have to be like, just I'll say this up front. It's like, the schedule of mine, I'm going to say it can't change. I'm going to have to do specific things and that, obviously, yeah, but my schedule's pretty set. And, it's just like, number one thing is I'm going to ask for more money than I have, which is, more than most people, just because I just work so damn good. I just keep throwing shit at me. Because everyone's so emotionally all over the place, and I have to be like the center of control. That's what I have to deal with. And that stuff is, there's your chance I can become second assistant. And I kind of want to. Because I'm full-fledged going to speak my fucking mind towards things and be like, hey, this is how it's going to be. If you're mostly tied up with bullshit, you might complain about it, just work better. Why do you worry about everybody else, what they're doing, and worry about yourself? This is where the prime example of pride and stupidity comes in. Because jealousy is a stupid ass fucking thing. And revenge. If you worry about yourself, worry about what you're doing, you can get better life out of that. If you worry about whatever else is doing that, you'll never gain anything out of life. Because you're too busy and you're spending all this time that keeping everybody in your fucking head, which you shouldn't do at all because you control what you want to control. You do what you want to do. That comes down to most of the problems, that I see in life, and I see it quite a bit now that I'm changing, I'm becoming more humble in that, is that the bulk of people that I work with, for the most part, are pretty just emotionally just torn apart. Like, none of them are actually emotionally stable. They're all over the fucking damn place. And it gets to the point where it's kind of annoying. I'm going to
Adventure awaits, Skyfall. Move out!
But yeah, that's what I'm talking. It honestly drives me crazy. You guys doing, most people who are working here for a year or so now, you guys are still sitting there being these gigantic fucking babies. I've never seen so many fucking childlike people that I can't get ahead in life because you don't work enough. But why should I have to work all the time? It's because you're a liberal. You don't want to work all the time. You got the liberal mind.
Remember, you all volunteered for this. activated. Fight fire with fire. All right, that's it. Wave complete.
But yeah, the more you learn about stuff, the more you start to get into people are disturbing and really fucking dumb. It's just how it is. They refuse wisdom, they refuse actual intelligence. Yeah, it's supposed to be the next big boss.
Turrets up. Set it and forget it. By the way, love your look, super cute. Kinda got everywhere, didn't it? Ah, peace and quiet. Impressive! A shame to the profession, sir! Put it on the board! Fire beats fire every time. You gotta know that. Don't you. Alrighty. Pod's open if you need it.
Yeah, the more you learn about this stuff, the more it becomes sensitive.
Full disclosure, I'm acutely sensitive to the cold.
Sometimes it's really hard to understand because most people don't want to.
Oh, this is perfect. Attention shoppers, your neighborhood trader pod will be closing in 30 seconds. We kindly ask that you make your final purchases. Weird how you just get used to all the blood after a while, huh? Pod is closed.
turrets are the best bet for the first couple.
Okay, I've heard enough. Adios, motherfucker. See you, Scrag! Okay, all right. This isn't working for me.
Sounds like a fart bomb in my room. I feel like it was higher. A little bit. So I keep
Make sure you're stocked on ammo. Ooh, good. Turret's activated. We've got backup.
That's good section. Just 3 times.
just get this over with? Just an adrenaline junkie, I guess. Definitely been poisoned. Pod is now open. Stock up. Pod's open. You might want to pick up some ammo.
Mine a whole bunch of my game. I'm having that's idle. Looks like this is mine. Oh, gunfight's pretty. Oh man.
Significant power outages. Temperatures combined with wind will create life-threatening wind chills. Stay indoors. If you must travel, carry a winter survival kit. Do not venture outside unless absolutely needed. This is a life-threatening situation.
tomorrow. Got my little energy drink for tomorrow. It is Blood Raz. It's from Buck Up. Buck Up's probably one of my favorite pre-workouts. Cheap as fuck. It tastes really good. The problem it is, it has too much focus agent in it. I like drinking because of the flavor, but unfortunately, you can't drink stuff for the fucking flavor of it. So, drop me another amino acid really quick. I like doing aminos. I already ate a lot of food today. Ate a lot of fucking food. Unfortunately, my day started a little late, but I'm really fucking fatigued. I'm not a fucking crazy bodybuilder like all these gigantic motherfuckers on the internet. So most likely I don't have to eat as much food. Gotta eat though. Let's see what I had. I buy these little they got like little Lunchables. They're adult size Lunchables. I guess they're made for two. I end up eating both of them myself. Pepperoni is my favorite protein. Eat that with the little cheddar cheese bites they have in that. That's crackers, but they only eat like half the crackers in that. So I drink 2 protein shakes when I was walking home from the gym. I bought them at QT and that. I was like drinking them up, and that first one I drink really quickly. Net get the protein really fast. I had amino drink. I have amino in my blood. It's not a lot of it because I normally like to drink a lot of aminos before I go in. I always like to keep it during exercise too. So when I start structurally breaking down stuff, I can sip on it in that and try to just get the stuff in my system that so I can start to be able to get the building blocks of muscle happening. Other thing is, I kept it, rather heavy, and I did consistently good. So I'm gonna start doing more heavier weights now. It seems to be my thing in that. Like I can burn out and do a whole bunch of fucking lightweights. That I burned out with 135 before, when I just fucking hit as hard as I fucking can, do like 25 of them. But unfortunately, it just doesn't give me that kind of like blood gorge that I want. So when I start getting like 220, when I start getting like 225, and I can rep that out, the gorge, like the blood was pumping in so nicely, and I felt really good muscle tears. And and of course I did my triceps. I went 57 pounds of tricep extension. I went down to 65 pounds, and I brought back down to 35 pounds. I burned them out as much as I could. So I like my triceps to get bigger than that, and because the stronger my triceps gets, the more my push can get. When I push upwards, my triceps can engage a little bit better. I can say my triceps are pretty big. They're not really not big. There's more like get to that point of thickness. And then hit my biceps in that. Oh, my biceps felt really good. I hit as heavy as I can to make sure I can do a good amount of reps. But fortunately, the actual bicep curl machine, the weight's actually off by like 30% because I normally don't do 100 pounds and curl it 15 times. Actually, it was at 110 pounds when I did it. It was completely bullshit. I think it's more like 70 pounds, maybe, and hit it, But even 70 pounds is kind of a lot. Normally, I do like roughly around like 60, probably 65, probably 65 to 70. Because I normally do 30 pounds. When you do barbells, that's a lot more different because you can be more concentrated because the weight's all together. But the thing I was trying to establish, and I was actually trying to do a huge amount of energy exertion. I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I prayed to God, I was praying to Jesus about it, help me for recovery and hope I don't tear anything in that. And I hit it really fucking hard. I put all the energy I could into the bench press, and the results were fucking astoundingly. Everything felt really good. I put all the thing into my tricep extensions, and then my arms were gorging. Everything was gorging. I had a little tight shirt on in that, so I could see how big I am in it. It was just all gorging. It felt so good. Now, just to think, I'm an average, semi-athletic human being. I'm not no like steroid-induced person that lifts weights so much that they're like, because they they don't work normal jobs anymore when they used to when they were younger. And no, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. If I could, I would see if I barely won one Mr. Olympia. I'm getting too old. It's not to say I couldn't do it, because I could see my physique changing pretty fast with very little effort. Because I could say I have it because that's, my family's all like that. My dad got really big when he was in his 20s and that. He was really strong. He's still strong now. Obviously, he's weakened now because at his age. I can't even say it's the age thing. It's just because he stopped lifting weights in his 30s. When I was a little kid, he didn't lift weights nearly as much. And I think a lot of people don't lift weights for themselves. They know we do it because of people. They want to have that competitiveness, which is a good thing. I think competitiveness is a very strong thing to have with anybody else. But it's raining. What is gold even doing? Oh, yeah, that feels so good. What did I pick? Do I need more money? Gathering. How much do I have of that shit? Okay, well, we're gonna go back to smelting then. Okay. Definitely gonna mine for more coal. Let's get the coal done. Get better speed. Anything that's gonna. Oh, fuck. I'm so tired now. Let's try to finish this up. Yeah, buzz my hair down.
Hope you're ready for another wave.
I fucking hate having long hair, to tell you the truth. It's just annoying.
Parentheses, explosion. That's definitely a scrape. Later, bitch. I know a flesh pound when I see one. Night.
Yep. Control's been doing.
Smell you later. Got the turret going.
I don't know what these universal controllers, they fucking suck ass. They ain't do anything. My stick's being fucking stupid. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough where it's just fucking annoying. I don't think these fucking controllers are made that well.
I'd fuck up on grenades while you have a chance.
Game out. Where am I at now? Okay, whatever the do is.
The pod is officially closed.
Okay.
Not exactly the Hotel Bel Air, is it? They're a quarter down. Good work, team. Someone really went to town on this place. Just reloading! Fight never stops, does it? What are these fluffy white crystals falling from the sky? Almost there.
Yeah, the execution for them guys is so fucking good when you have the right character. Seems like this character's extremely strong with this kind. I don't have many problems with the damage. Unless I'm facing something that's really fucking stupid. Like some bosses, this gun does shit too, which is
Whoa!
fucking so
Hey!
dumb.
Didn't expect it to be this icy.
They do these two. What the fuck, you serious?
I'll take it.
I can do these. They ain't had dual wield these out. No, they did not. Oh, it's just... That's a long time to reload. That's cool. Got all the scopes on it. They do work really good though. I can do those monsters fucking things for my the pythons. It's really fucking hot. Oh man. I love this headset a lot, but my room has to be extra toasty. Or extra, not toasty. Get all those asshole fucking kids out. Yeah, when I was walking to the gym, I had this one car that has a really loud fucking popping noise, but it does like little miniature explosions out its fucking ass end. And like, the cops came by me and they're just like, oh, we have a disturbance of something. And like, I have this, there's disturbance of fucking like having fucking small kids living in the It's like, oh, well, someone said something, someone they were being
Here's a big one.
like someone did some accusation or something. And she looked at me, man, and she saw that I had a Joy t-shirt and Joy FM on my shirt and that. And I had a fucking, and I'm a big dude, I could have looked way more pumped up and shit.
I am crushing it right now. There, big boy. Lead up on aisle 5. Hands to go. Closing in. Tight.
And so she was asking me about some dude that was, she called out the dude's name, and I'm just like, I really don't have any idea who that is, and I don't know. And she's like, oh, okay. It's like, I wasn't expecting that it was you. Wasn't expecting that it was, because the person saw me around before. Because I always wear I always wear a cap on my head. So, like, a lot of people see me all the time, and they see me with a cap on my head. And that's why I normally wear it. I don't wear, I want to stay, like, consistently wearing something so people know who I am. Because my area's not, it's not really a big area. I don't really go that far. I go like a mile down the road and a mile back. It's a rather big stretch where you see a lot of people now.
Peeping Tom.
And so I went to QT and that, after that, and I said I talked to one of the guys I talked to quite a bit. They said
I bring you
and he was just sitting there. See, I talked to Scott that they're looking for someone.
I prefer to work behind the camera.
And it was like because of a disturbance or whatever it was. But they don't want to look at these kids popping their fucking
really
loud ass cars around and making huge noises at like 9 or 10 o'clock at fucking night. They're not worried about these asshole kids doing that shit. They're worried about some fucking homeless guy or some dickhead said something inappropriate or something like that. Or he was harassing people. I guess that's what it was. I was like, yeah, you guys care about one dude doing this harassment bullshit and probably fucking really stupid.
Ground might be a little slippery, guys.
Don't care about these loud-ass dick fucking kids constantly pounding their fucking exhaust everywhere. Making enormous fucking noises that people probably need from doing about it. You're all fucking like paid off. from car association or fucking is wrong with them, so you guys don't like touching them and that because they can think that. Yeah, I always think it's always something.
It works. Hold on. Let me just bask in the moment.
Whoops. I don't know, I just find it really interesting. Because this one guy was really like driving around, it was close to 10 o'clock, you can hear him like pop his exhaust up, it was so fucking loud. It sounded like gunshots were going off. And I'm sitting there like thinking to myself, and I'm like, why the fuck you guys can keep on doing that garbage fucking shit? And then you expect people to fucking like you. It's only like 1 or 2 cars that do that stupid shit. It's like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, I'm humble in that, and I can say, you know, that I believe in Christ and that, but when it comes down to how annoying some of these kids can be, I would say, like, your kids are retarded because your parents are retarded, and then have no respect over you and how you live your life, so they say do whatever you want to do because I have money, which is basically what it is. These kids are all young, like barely 18 years old, and they all drive cars that they know that it's not their car.
All this darkness really makes my job more
Because how do
difficult.
18-year-old kids that probably have a normal job like everybody else
I guess we're doing this again.
$30,000, $40,000 cars?
Bye. Forever. Yep, that's a straight. Quiet down.
Shit.
Hey, don't bite my gimmick. Alright, let's go. You know what? Okay, asshole, let's dance. Turret's activated. Deal with it. You know, don't have time to shower. They make body wipes now. Is a bad time?
I ain't gonna lie, Cyber's doing pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. I think the Cyber's a bit better than the first one, or the second one.
Hey, armor here.
But she just as fast, I think. Yeah, she's just it takes But anyway, like, so I saw the cop, and that, you know, I could say it was kind of cool. And, you know, she was actually really nice, and I can't say she was disrespectful or anything like that. So it was kind of cool. And like, so I just started to, you know, like, okay, you know, it's cool now. You know, she's being nice and that. Gotta let it go. So about that. I'm trying to think of this shit. 10 minutes. So I can make all my wood and shit. Just craft it. All my other shit. How the fuck do you use my rubies for them? Ah, there it is. Go smelting. Create 500 steel swords. Jeez. There's 5,000 monsters. That's kind of cool. I like that. I'm just making more money fishing. No, it's level 30. I get 2-0 now. Cool. I get 2. Oh, since it's gonna be too damn hot. Maybe it's just very. Fuck. Hear out that big ass fart. Yeah, I still got a photograph of, I think it was my grandmother on my mom's side. I think it was her sister or something like that. I guess it'd be my great aunt. She drew me a picture of me when I was younger. It's an art picture. I have, it has a little turtle next to it. It's pretty good art. I mean, it's just average art picture. It showed my name and my date of birth. Had a sun, had a butterfly next to it, had a turtle. I don't know. I always keep it on my wall because it's the only thing that I have that resembles my past. It's just a little drawing. I never really think about it too much, but like every once in a while I look at it because I cross my eyes like, oh yeah. I can't wait to, like, people that are gonna be, I guess, in paradise, hopefully with me, as in, like, I hope I go to paradise with Christ, because honestly, like, I've been trying my best in this fucked up world on that, and like I try to keep lustfulness away. I try to push stuff away. It is the most difficult thing in the world, and you know, it gets to the point where it's so hard. And I think a lot of people have the same struggles as me. It's like I always wanted to get married. I could never be anyone. Like, dude, there's so many lustful people out there, and like, and the truth of it is, like, a lot of people don't even get married because of God. They get married because of their own intuitions of saying that, oh, I'm in love and that. But God is love, and God implicates love towards you. So I don't think you should throw away what God has for you just because you believe in like something that doesn't make fucking sense. Nice. So I got level 30, cool. I don't know about what cooking that. My kills me 22. 3,000 of those. Oh my god, that's so much time. It works pretty fast because of my level, I guess. I have to do those treasures and shit. Oh my ducky pearls. I don't know if I can even sell the fucking treasures. Kind of like it's more iron rares. Make that amount of defense and damage, which is kind of nice. And of course, my sword is the most. It's like fucking massive powerful. Dire wolf got me. Just 2 arrows to each bow. Who's green dragon got me? I think I'm gonna go back and fight. Common greens. Each of it's a little higher gets reduced income damage. If you're weekends. So we have 5 to 15. Experience 6S, all that. Okay, let's finish this fucking shit.
Let's take a little zip line tour. Look who's here! Armor
turn. Quarter down. Let's keep this up. We're halfway through the wave.
There's so many of them. Oh God. These invisible bitches. So big. On my face, and I'm just like the other one. You get jumped by another so
Don't have to worry about that first round anymore.
Well, what the fuck happened there? The guy got frozen. Oh. My God, dude! Like the invisible bitches are fucking lethal. Well, they do that jumping thing and that they flip around and shit. They're fucking assholes. They do that shit. Just like in the second one, they do that flip right in front of you. And it's so hard to shoot them. He with the explosive round though. That's what they kick the fucking shit out of me. Let's go back home. Yeah, the new Haunted Manor is coming out. I can't wait. It's gonna be super cool. It's called Haunted Hotel or something bullshit like that. Welcome back. I'm supposed to get a whole bunch of iron arrows and shit. Like a million things. How's my money going? Like 100. I think I might start doing thieving. Yeah, I got a skill tree or skill that I can do. I can steal from people to gather money in that. So it's pretty much unlimited. So I just fighting monsters in that, because I know you can fight some monsters in that won't actually kill you, but eventually you will die. But with Thief in that, evidently you don't get any penalties for getting caught. I mean, I can't say it's the best fucking money, but if you level it up, I think if I get to level 30, which wouldn't be too bad, I get like 30 of gold, depending. But if we can get it up to like level like in the 60, I get like 100 gold per thing, which is not so long because it is unlimited. Yeah, I'll just fucking thief for a little bit, get that fucker up. Why not? Goes by a percentage of all of them anyway. She works pretty good, but she's all those fucking flash pounds. Gotta have explosive shit. Just like shit that explodes just works better. Like big ass explosions. It's probably why people like the ninja so much. Yeah, I'm not gonna play with the ninja with her. The ninja is only gonna work best with him. Let me do Foster. Everyone remembers Miss Foster. Miss Foster, got a little perky ass titties and shit. Yeah, like it was like the boobies. That was like the boobies. Boobs are fucking awesome. Unless they're fucking flabby.
Okay, let's all board the VTOL in a nice and orderly fashion.
It's so funny, it's like most OnlyFans chicks, at least for the ones I saw, that like do like fake Photoshop pictures of themselves and that, like making their boobs look really good in that. What they do is they have their like boob in a bra and then they'll Photoshop the bra off and they think their boobs are perky. They're fucking like they're like the opposite of perkiness. Like, oh. It makes it just really funny though, because there's this one chick that I watch. She has kind of a big channel net. She doesn't really show a lot of like. She wears a lot of tight clothes and shit. And she has huge tits.
Remember,
but she talks about specific
outsmarted.
things than that. And I can see that they're OnlyFans. That like people always get mad at OnlyFans. So they're like, I'm never be OnlyFans. Suck a bunch of fucking dick. They've been doing that shit forever. It's not like it's gonna stop. You're not gonna stop people from sucking dick and making money off sucking dick, okay? It's just how it is. Yeah, it's not gonna stop happening. It doesn't matter how many times people want to yell and bitch about it, as long as there's sense out there.
That's it for now.
As long as there's simps out there, there's always gonna be some girl that's gonna flop out of her boobs and make money. And trust me, there's a lot of fucking simps out there. We're not gonna change the factors of shit at all, okay? It's gonna be the same bullshit. Many people try to say, oh, we can do that. There's not really much you can do, honestly, to tell you the truth. No, you just gotta just deal with it. Yeah, it's never gonna matter. I say that just because it's just out of experience. And out of all the girls all the women I've been with, and all the women that I see around, they all do the same thing. They all want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm a porn star. Look at me, I can go online, show my stuff off, and make money and that, and they make very little money. But they'll keep on trying, though. I say, yeah, you're gonna keep on trying. Because there was one lady in that, I used to work with in that. She was kind of a fat chick in that, but she had really big boobs in that. And like one day, I asked her for a picture of her boobs and that.
Odds closed.
It was pretty obvious she gave me pictures of her boobs. and like her boobs were like, you know, they were boobs. She had big tits and that, but like, I'm like, you know, she wasn't a bad looking woman at all, actually, but like she was just fucking massively overweight. I'm like, yeah.
Have a pleasant day.
You would make more money now if you want to actually like use your fucking body.
Piss off, you Nick. Let's see how they like a bit of the old high voltage.
The only reason why I say it ain't like that is because yeah, it's crazy. Like some people just like, oh, that could become shit. I need money to go to college. You can work a normal job and use that money to go to college. Like stripping's not gonna make you that outrageous amount of money. It's not gonna be consistent. Unless you're really fucking attractive. If you're really attractive, you can get a fucking job doing almost anything. And I'm not even joking you. Like people actually will just hire you because you're pretty. And you can be the stupidest fucking bitch. As long as you just do the pretty thing, no one gives a fuck, honestly. I'm not even joking you, they really don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it's just how it is. Nice. We made a little bit of money. Good little 15, 16 from the guard. The guard gives me 16, like 20 something. The minimum 16. I think it'll more. Deviant's probably good when I get up to level like 100. That's what I'm gonna focus on probably all tonight. That today, that is. But yeah, like a lot of this shit's just so dumb. It's like people have been doing this kind of like different shit and all this for such a long time. Like it hasn't really changed that much. And like, even though people try to say, you know, it's like, oh, we need to try better than that in life, I don't know, you do. What about that? You're a bunch of fucking idiots.
Oh, look who's come out this way.
Great egg.
You guys choose really shoot.
Someone's got a steady trigger finger.
Who's it all about money? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that can use
They're in for a real shock.
You just sit there and just think to yourself, oh, well, what is it?
One less wave to worry about.
Poison's actually really good. Dude, the energy charges are fucking ridiculous. Ones like that spin that, they literally just cut straight through you.
A goodbye, I'd say.
That's crazy. I do like his grenades though. Okay, we're going to. Okay, so it hides the peasant now because I'm up too high. It's gotta take a little bit. I just got level 15. Probably ain't gonna do good till like in my 40s. Maybe in my. That's it.
Let's do this, mate. Chelsea fucking rules. Nighty night. Bell end. Shock trap.
Let's keep getting back. Oh,
Sorry, I didn't keep waiting too long, right? Empty.
yeah, I got my shurikens. Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, I got that magnet pack on, so it, like it gets them back. As long as I keep them poisoning them, that they can't do nothing. They simply keep getting bounced back, which is fucking super fucking nice. Yeah, these swords are probably like the best.
Handy.
These are fucking ridiculous. Check my TV. That TV. Level 16. The experience is a little bit more. All these fucking shit. Yeah, like level 30 is the night gives me 35. And the 40th about 50. Yeah, roughly around about 50 is when I start to actually get like about 100 per succession. So it's gonna be a little bit, but it's worth it. 'Cause most of the like monsters I fight in this game, I'm playing inside, only give me like 100. So thieving's a lot quicker, and I don't have to worry about it because I don't know about losing. I have no idea what time it is. I'm looking at the gas bus. Should be still midnight. Like 1 in the morning. Oh fuck it though. Little light rain. Got a little fuzzy head, little red. Almost there. Try to stay up enough so my cycle of sleep doesn't get all fucked up, because normally it's 3. Normally I don't want to go to bed until about 4 or 5. Like today. Well, actually, we already closed the net. We're pretty much almost done working out. Because normally get done
Time to
about
make your
4.
final selections.
4 teams. So I'll be heading home already. How's that work? Where's all my hookins at?
Now, piss off! Soft as shite. Tuck your blade, Leo.
Ow.
More of their muscle.
That's half of them.
Let's give him the proper shit.
Knock him again.
No ammo.
Run. Woo! Only heal myself. Ow. Fucktard.
Ah, this for a city.
Yeah. Am I dead?
Nice going.
No, what the fuck just happened? Like, he just lagged out my death. I guess I was dead. Okay. Got caught 111 times. Oh, I gotta go back to the puzzle. It's water. That's gonna push. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. Jesus. Yeah, fuck that shit. I gotta turn this fucking PlayStation off. I gotta cool down. It's too damn hot in here. My god, it's